I was successful, but I lost it all. I went to prison and even lost my family. I came out a drug addict, but I found some help. This is my comeback story. Welcome back to the channel. I got some stuff I'm going to expose to you guys this episode, so stay tuned, check out the full episode. I'm going to go over some talking points, some things I'm going through personally, business relationships that could happen to you, intertwining with the wrong people that seem like they're your friends. So I'm going to drop all this in this episode, show you what kind of jobs we're doing. These jobs are from last year. Like I said, once I get my views back up, I'll start dropping the big jobs I was doing, the $25,000 jobs, $30,000 jobs, $15,000 jobs. And I did it all in 1 year. I told you guys I would break six figures. My first year on the channel, I made $40,000 my first 8 months in business. Once we jumped into this year, we cracked well into the six figures. I did it within 1 year time, but before 1 year. I did it before 1 year. So you got to believe in yourself. If you're a business owner out there, you're somebody that wants to start a business for yourself, believe in yourself. I'm telling you. If you go back and watch my episodes, I started with nothing. I lost everything. Now we're making six figures a year. Not even a year into business. Now we are at this point, but I'm just saying, it took me not even a year to break six figures. So it's doable. Believe in yourself. Train your mind. Work hard. Never let up. Don't let the roadblocks stop you. I'm telling you, anything's achievable. You know what? I believed it with every cell in my body that I'd make good money again. So when I lost everything, my mindset was down in the dumps. I reversed course, worked my butt off, cracked six figures. We're living good, baby. It's only gonna get better from here. So within 1 year, I cracked the six-figure mark. I'm telling you, we're gonna get into the seven figures at some point. You got to be smart about it, though. If you watch Andy's shows, there's tons of people there that make $1 million a year in the landscape industry, and they have nothing to show for. So be smart with your money. Be a penny pincher. I don't go out much. I save all my money. My money's for my family and investments for the future. Be smart with your money. Anyways, I'm going to expose some things to you on this channel. I'm actually going to combine two jobs in this video so we can speed things up and we can jump into the big stuff and show you the really cool stuff I got to do this year. But anyways, we are at a customer's house in Boise. I believe we did a trim up in the back, some leaf cleanup, mowing, and then we dropped some rocks front and backyard. And then the other property is in Eagle, Idaho, and it was one of our mow customers, which we moved away from mowing. I don't want to do mowing anymore. It's all landscape design stuff. That's where the big money is. Anyways, we did in the Eagle job, we did some mowing. I had my guy doing some weed pulling, and we dropped some rocks up there too. So kind of similar jobs, smaller stuff. I believe the Boise job, I made $750, $800 on that one, maybe less. I don't have the receipt for that anymore. And then the Eagle one, I believe I charged like $1,100, $1,200, something like that. So combined, a little less than $2,000 for these two jobs, but they were good paying jobs. We were there for, a couple hours, in and out, got it done. Anyways, I'll jump into my mindset where I'm kind of at the moment, how things are going business-wise. Business-wise, things are going great, but I want to let you know I kind of fell into a slump, and I think a lot of people go through this. But I started getting comfortable. I started making good money. My account's padded. I feel comfortable. I feel good. And I've worked so hard since I moved to Idaho to pull my business off the ground, to get to a six-figure point. I'm telling you, I gave it my all to get where I'm at right now. But I noticed the last month or two, I've been a little too comfortable, where when I get home at the end of the day, I would crash out on the couch and just relax. Things I was telling you guys not to do. I'd come home, kick back on the couch, jump in bed, watch TV shows, cruise through social media, and just kind of lost my edge. And I noticed that's been going on for the last couple months now. It's been eating at me. Every day I come home like, you should be off your butt, man. You should be knocking out some estimates. I was pushing estimates off where they could have been done in 1 day, but I'm pushing them out a week to get them done. And I was catching it, of course. I was catching it, and it was eating at me. And I hope, I'm gonna pull out of it. I'm at a point where snow's gonna start here soon. So in my mind, I can kind of kick back and relax. My employee just took off to another job. So it kind of alleviates me from making sure I have to keep work flowing every week. So in my mind, I kind of wanted to take a break until snow, but I have another $15,000 job I'm about to do an estimate for today. But anyways, long story short, I'm catching myself being lazy, undriven, unmotivated, and I'm coming home and doing exactly what I said not to do, just kind of relaxing and not still having that edge. You always have to have that edge if you want to be successful. If you always have to push, never stop. I'm telling you, it's like pressure building up in a bottle. You keep pushing and you keep pushing and you keep pushing, and finally you'll find your lucky break. That's why you'll see multimillionaires saying, I tried 1,000 times and finally I caught my success. It finally hit. I found that one lucky person. All right, we're gonna shoot a quick commercial. We're gonna talk about the CRM jobbers. At some point, you're gonna get to a point where you're gonna need a CRM for your business. As you guys know, when I first started, I was jotting everything down in a piece of paper, trying to keep up with my leads, trying to keep up with my estimates, my invoicing. You can't do all that kind of stuff without a CRM, especially if you guys are gonna break six figures. If you're gonna break six figures, which I hope you do, you need a good CRM, and Jobbers is it. I'm telling you guys, you can do estimates on there, you can do your scheduling, you can put your leads in there, invoicing, they can pay you online through Jobbers, go straight to your bank account. There's tons of things you can do with this, and I'm telling you guys, you're going to need a good CRM at some point. Stop trying to do what I did. It was a fail, and I always told you guys, I would tell you guys my mistakes, and that was my main mistake, is not getting a good CRM. I'm actually jumping on it right now. It's 7:30 in the morning. I got to do some invoicing. I got to do some scheduling, and I got to send some estimates out. So anyways, check out my link below. 20% off if you sign up, or you could do a free trial. Just check it out. Go in there, get your free trial, run it, see how you like it. I'm telling you guys, it's going to change your business. So hit my link below, 20% off. I wouldn't steer you guys in the wrong direction. I got to jump on this right now, get all my work done, then shoot off to go do manual labor. So let's get back to the video. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. Check out Jobbers. And that's how it is with anything. You'll have to keep pushing and pushing and pushing, being told, no, it's not gonna happen. I'm sorry, I don't wanna deal with you. No, I'm not interested with you. No, you're not my type of guy. No, you're not my type of business. You have to take so many no's, and you have to keep pushing. And finally, that lucky break comes. And once you get that lucky break, it seems like success keeps rolling and rolling and rolling. And it's almost like it's too easy at that point. It comes easy. Obviously, you learn a lot. You know what to do, the no's and the don'ts. Anyways, I just wanna let you guys know I've caught myself slacking. You can see in my channel, I haven't been posting every week. I could be sitting back at nighttime and doing that, but I haven't, and they're all excuses. I'm too busy. Of course I was exhausted when I came home, but still, I could have done an hour of a video and kind of, an hour each night and knocked the video out for the weekend. So I'm going to turn that around and start doing videos every week. I know I said that last episode, but I'm coming up and I'm confessing I've been being lazy, and I felt like I've lost my edge, of course, but I still have good opportunities, a lot of jobs. We landed like a $70,000 contract with a property management company, which is a year with them, and it seems like they're going to give us all their commercial snow properties. So I have tons of snow work this year. Honestly, it just seems like the big money keeps flowing and flowing and flowing. This company has paid me. I mean, they owe me like $11,000 right now, and I'm owed $3,000 for another job I just did, which I didn't record because I was being lazy. So at the moment, I'm owed like $15,000. But anyways, the money's been flowing good, and I kind of feel like I've taken my foot off the pedal. So don't do that, guys. And if you do it, catch yourself like I did. Just always be aware of what you're doing. If you pulled your foot off the gas, how your mindset is. Do you still have that drive? Always pay attention to yourself, man. If you want to be successful, you always have to push. And if you do screw up and you pull your foot off the gas, push it back. So anyways, and I want to get into like a relationship thing with you guys. I made a good relationship when I moved in the area. I met this guy my first year in business. I don't want to say his name, but I met him on a Blue Collar Millionaire group, and I put a post out there looking for work. Is there anybody in the Boise, Treasure Valley area that needs any kind of work done? Is there any real estate agents out there? Kind of told my backstory a little bit. Anyways, he's a wealthy guy. He does very good for himself. He's a real estate agent, and he actually messaged me and said, hey man, I'd like to kind of mentor you a little bit. Let's sit down. I want to go over your numbers with you. I want to see what your vision is. Let's sit down and meet for lunch, and depending if I like you or not, I'll give you some work. Of course, he's a real estate agent. He's got work, different homes, different people, selling homes. They have projects. It was a great relationship when it first started. But when I first met him, my red flags were going up, because he would say, I said, why'd you take this lunch with me, man, when you didn't have to? His thing was, I like doing things for people and helping people. I just like helping people. I like to help people out. I've done good in my life, so I want to pay it forward, which sounds noble, but I'm going to be honest. There's very few people out there in this world. I don't care what their words say or how they act. Everybody, for the most part, is always how does this interaction benefit me? How does this deal benefit me? They're going to tell you some sweet words you're going to set that sound nice, but it's never really as it. And when he said that to me, I've been around the block plenty. I know there's people say things and they don't mean it. Anyway, so I've always had my red flag up with this. Yes, he was giving me jobs. I think I've recorded a couple on my channel. Super cool. At least he was giving me jobs, but every time he'd give me a job, he'd always tell me, hey man, this is to one of my buyers, or this is for one of my sellers. Can you give them a deal? Which makes me look good. And he would always preach to me, I do this, I always help people out. Because he'd get phone call after phone call, like, hey man, you get a lot of phone calls. Yeah, I'm just always helping people out. I always want to help people. I always want to do good. I always want to pay it forward. But he was giving me work at the same time, but he was always asking me, hey, can you give me a deal? Can you give them a deal? It's gonna make me look good, and then I can keep giving you more work. But I'm telling you, what I was quoting for these jobs to make him look good, stuff I would normally charge like $800 to $900, I was charging him like $200-300, which was making him look really good. And I was, at the same time, you have to understand, sometimes you have to sacrifice a little bit in business for relationships to grow, and sometimes you have to take risks for relationships to grow. And obviously it's a 50-50 shot sometimes, man. It's gonna work out sometimes it's not. But I would say always take that risk just to check. Never lose, of course. I mean, yeah, I was making a little bit of money on these jobs, but they weren't really worth it. But I looked at the bigger picture of, I can get bigger properties or more in the future. I'll give this guy a break, make him look good, and we'll keep rolling forward. Anyways, so he'd always do that. He'd always ask for discounts, and then I go to his house. He hires me for a job. He's penny pinching me, and I'm at this point, I've done enough jobs where I've given him a deal, man. I still gave him a little bit of a deal, and he still agreed to my price. I believe whatever I charged him, I did the job. He's got 2 dogs, and every time I'd come over there to mow his lawn or do a job, I'm telling you, there was like thousands of piles of poop in his backyard. He didn't take care of his backyard. There was a couple times where he even asked me to pick up his dog poop for him as I'm doing landscaping stuff. I'm like, it's not really my job. But anyways, so he's got, the reason I bring up the dogs is because it bleeds into the story. So he's got 2 dogs. I do a sod job for him, so I put new sod in his backyard. Anyways, I put new sod in his backyard. I rope off the sod, and I ran out of rope on the sod closest to his house by his back door. So I had to leave and come back the next day. I said, hey, keep your dogs out of the backyard, man, because I need to rope this one spot off. I'll be back. So anyways, I come back, I see dog poop on the spot I didn't rope off, which they probably peed there too. And I told them, don't let them poop on the lawn. Don't let them piss on the new sod, because it will kill the sod. Anyways, I rope it off, and then I check in on the grass a week later. As I come back, or it was like a week and a half later, I pull the rope and caution tape away from the lawn, so now he can have access to it. But I still told him, hey man, watch your dogs for a little bit, because this lawn needs a root before it can start getting abused. And obviously he didn't listen to me. He was letting his dogs poop and pee on one spot. It was closest to his house, and then the sod that I did on the back end of his house, nothing happened to it because his dogs wouldn't pee and poop over there. So it was very apparent when they first come out, this is where they piss and crap, and it ruined the sod job that I did. So he calls me and he goes, hey man, the sod didn't live, my dogs peed and pooped a little, or the sod didn't live, can you come back and do it for free? I need you to redo my sod job for me. I'm like, well, did your dogs kind of pee and poop on it? He's like, yeah, just a couple times. And I call him on it, and then he lies to me and goes, actually no, they never did do that. It's you must have did something different from the below to the top, so it's your fault. I'm like, my fault? You just lied to me and you told me your dogs did this and now they didn't, and now you want me to come bring my guys back and redo this whole $1,000 job or a $1,200 job for free? And that's kind of where my moral compass thing came in, man, because I treat people how I want to be treated, and if my animals or my doing did something, I wouldn't hold somebody liable for it. But he was cheap and he wanted it done for free, and he wanted me to pay the piper for it. So we argued for, I think, 2 weeks. He wouldn't get the point. Hey man, you pay me, I'll come back and I'll do the job that your dogs caused, and I'll fix everything, but I'm not coming to do it for free. And he kept trying to pinpoint pinpoint me and loophole me. It's your fault. You did this. You did something different down here. You did something different up here. And at that point, man, I was like, you know what? I guess you're not getting the point. I'm not coming back. I've been more than nice to you. I've done jobs where I've cut my price in 3/4 or half just for you to make you look good. I gave you a good price at your house, and now you want to act like I did something wrong and you want me to pay the piper for it. I never judge anybody by their money. He knows I'm an upcoming business. I'm working my butt off to succeed, and he was taking advantage of that. He didn't think for 1 second, hey man, does Johnny have the extra funds to buy all this material and pay his guy to be here for 2-3 days redoing this sod? I do, but does he? No, he didn't care about my situation. And watch out for those guys. Anyways, that's the moral of the story, is there's going to be people out there that take you for a sucker. They want to act like they want to help you, and they only think about themselves, and they don't care if they put you in a bad position. So just be wary in business. People are going to tell you what you want to hear. They're going to act like they're there to help you, and they're really not. So anyways, those are the things, those are the lessons, those are the jobs we're doing. I feel like I'm falling off. Watch who you partner with, or who you decide to bring in on your team, or bring in as your bro, or bring in as your guy. Like, I trust this guy. Just always be wary of people's motives. Everybody has a motive. I don't care what you say. Of course, not all of us do. We just want to succeed for our families, succeed for ourselves, do good. But of course, we always think for ourselves and always think what's best for us. That's obviously what he was doing for himself. Anyways, I thought he was a friend. He wasn't. Had to cut him off. It's a lesson learned. When people tell you something, it's not always what it is. Anyways, I hope you enjoy the episode. We dropped some rocks. We did some mowing. We're doing 2 episodes in one. Once my views get back up, we're going to start dropping the big, cool videos of landscape design stuff. We're getting away from mowing. I don't want to, mowing's a whole different landscape side of the business I don't want to mess with. The customers are more picky. They complain more. They're paying you $45 and they're complaining. Or my experience is when I get a $25,000 check from somebody, they never complain. They're always happy. And of course, they catch something, they catch it then, we fix it, which I haven't had that experience yet. But way less complaints when you're making more money. When you're doing those $100 jobs, $45 mow jobs, they're more picky, and I just don't want to deal with that, man. I want the $20, $50, $60, $70,000 jobs, not the $45 ones where my guys are running around, we're burning gas, we're beating up equipment, and it's just draining on you mentally. It's draining on the equipment. It's draining your account for the $45 for the half-hour mow. Just not my gig. Of course, we're doing it for some commercial properties we have, because they've been giving us lots and lots of money. So of course, I'm gonna mow those. Right now, I'm doing that on like a lawn tractor kind of deal thing. So I'm borrowing it from a customer of mine. I'm a cheapskate. If I can borrow something and not have to buy a new mower after my other one blew up, I'll do it. Anyways, we're doing good financially. Work's still coming in. I'm catching myself being lazy, and I want you guys to catch yourselves too, and I want you guys to succeed, and I want you guys to learn from me. I've been through the worst, and I'm in the best part right now of my life. Best ever. Sober. Money is in the bank. My family, I have a house. Everything is going good, but always catch yourself. So anyways, moral of the story, pay attention to what you're doing, how you're feeling, how things are working out. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. Go check out the merch store. Nothing to something. Get yourselves a hat. Get yourself a shirt. Let's get those views up, and hit the subscribe button, because these videos get to people that need to get to. There's tons of people out there that lost everything like me, that were a drug addict at some point, and they need to turn their life around, and they sometimes just need to see the right person to turn their life around, like I did. I watched a window cleaning video from an 18-year-old kid when I was coming out of rehab, and it totally changed my life. I didn't know you can make that kind of money per day, per house. So just took one video to change my life, and the same could happen to you guys. So anyways, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, comment down below, call me, go to my videos, find my number on the side of my truck, call me, text me, ask me anything you need. I'm always here for you. This is what this channel is all about. Let's make a special community. I love you guys. Let's go. All right, and that's the end of the episode. I actually just shot the intro, now I'm shooting the outro, but I'm walking home right now. Anyways, I appreciate you guys watching this video. I love you guys. This is a special community to me. Let's get those views up, subscribe, hit the like button, comment down below. Also, the weather's starting to change here. It's starting to sprinkle right now, so we're gonna start getting pretty close to winter here soon. We got some cool snow accounts this year. I'm gonna show you guys the snow plowing end of my business. I got one truck. I'll hire some guys to do help me with commercial properties, residentials. We're gonna kick butt this year, man. This is gonna be a good snow year. We're gonna put a ton of money in the bank. Let's pray to God everything stays together, the truck doesn't break down. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys watching my videos. Again, let's get these video views up. I'll see you guys next episode. Let's go.